Hi Stampers, welcome to my studio today. I'm Annette Stewart from Ink, Paper, Scissors, Rock, and today I have for you a fabulous flower that I've been creating all week. I made them with the Flower Daisies #2 die from the Big Shot, and I've done a variety of them here, as you can see. So let's get started. All of these flowers here have been created using my scrap cardstock, so I have not cut a single full sheet of paper to make any of these. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to run your cardstock through. You need 3 medium flowers and 3 small. I take the small flowers and I just gently bend up all the petals very quickly, just to give them a little crease so that when I go to arrange my flower at the end, I'm not forcing them to bend. I use the Tombow multi-purpose glue. I take the first small petal in my hand, I turn it over and apply Tombow to the bottom ring. Then I just lay it on top of the first flower and sort of position it to stagger the petals. You want to take your third flower and you're going to apply the adhesive the same way. It's very quick to make these flowers and I think they're just adorable. Okay, so once you have your small flower put together with all 3 petals, you want to lift it up off of your work mat. Give it a little press to make sure that all the layers are adhered, and then just set it aside, carefully watching where you put it. If I put it back down on the paper, that little bit of glue is going to adhere to my mat, so I just want to put it on something that's not going to stick to it. So I'm just going to put that off over here to dry for a minute, and I'm going to work with my 3 medium-sized flowers. And you apply the glue in the same way. You take the back of the flower and apply your glue to the ring. You stagger your petals and drop your flower down. You take the third petal, or flower I should say, apply your Tombow or your favorite adhesive, it doesn't necessarily have to be Tombow, and lay that down. The glue usually takes I would say a good 10 minutes to really set up and dry, but you can make the whole flower before the glue dries. Okay, so now you have your 2 pieces of the flower. You want to go back and take your smaller flower gently in your hand and apply adhesive to the bottom. I put a fairly good amount on the bottom just to guarantee that it's going to adhere there when I'm done. And that's your basic flower. Now what I used for the insides of my flowers are these corduroy brads that Stampin' Up! Offered. Right now they're not available in the main catalog, but they are at a terrific price on the clearance rack. So you want to check those out and get yourself some. You could also use the buttons that Stampin' Up! Carries right now. As you can see, here's a yellow button in the white daisy. Okay, so what I do is I just separate the back prongs of my brad a little, just to make it a little easier once I push it through to separate it. Open your brad up. Then you can move your button around a little bit as to where you want it to go. And while the glue's still wet, you can just manipulate your flower. You can manipulate the big petals in the back of the bigger flower and the small petals. I think it's just adorable. Here, let me just show you again the other Melon Mambo one I made with the smaller corduroy button. And again, these corduroy buttons are available on our clearance rack. Stampin' Up! Has them at a great price right now, so maybe you want to order those. Or like I said, I've used buttons on some of them and I think they're just adorable. I also wanted to show you that I did cut out a 1-inch circle and adhered it to the back to finish the flowers off. As you can see, this is what the back would look like without the circle. And that's as easy as just taking a piece of your scrap paper, punching your 1-inch circle, and applying a little more of your glue to the back of your flower, right over the brad or the back of the button that's there. You just take it, lay it on, give it a little squeeze to adhere it, and then you're just going to take that and set it aside, and like I said, 10 or 15 minutes that flower will be dry. So I just want to show you a little closer some of the flowers I've done. This one here is done with real red and cherry cobbler with the yellow button inside. Again, it's a corduroy brad actually. This one is two-tone. I just think it gave the flower a little depth. Here I chose the peach parfait with the daffodil delight and a orange corduroy brad in the center. They're amazing. I can't wait to start putting these on different projects. Like I showed you before, this one here is on a box that I cut out with the Big Shot and embossed. I just think it's adorable. Stay tuned. I'll be showing you in the next week or so where I put all these flowers. Thanks for stopping by.